Hello, my name is Scott Ingram, and I'd like to welcome you to 2050 Skills Test that I affectionately call the Final Battle. We have 13 different things that we are going to do in this video, and we are also going to show a short quiz at the end. So we have a lot to do today, so let's get started. Alright, we used NS lookup and we set the type to SRV. We typed in the lightweight directory access protocol, TCP, for domain1.local. It brought it back. Here is the LDAP, priority, the weight, the port. And so that's number 1. Alright, now we're going to do number 2. We're going to automate the installation of a child domain into our enterprise. Here is the unattend file that I put together to do this. And we're going to run DC promo on the command line to start the install. So you can see right there how that looks. Now we're going to pull up our command prompt. And there is our command. We're going to press enter. Since I had already done this once, the names, the passwords had disappeared. So we have resaved them to run this again. We're going to open up our command prompt. We're going to hit enter again. And we're starting our DNS installation. You can see there it's disjoining this machine from domain 1, and it's configuring to local computer to host Active Directory domain services. So right there it's creating child, and the reboot begins. Alright, we have taken 2050 RODC, and here's domain child, domain1.local, 2050 RODC child, domain1.local. If that doesn't satisfy you, we'll open the command prompt. Alright, we're going to look up the Kerberos file. And there is the Kerberos for the child domain1.local on our new RODC, which hosts the child.domain1. Now we're going to attempt to create a domain-wide account policy on a password policy. We're going to create a GPO in this domain and link it here. The name of the new GPO will be password policy. We can click OK. Now we're going to go into our password policy. Alright, we're in our password policy. We went down from computer configuration to policies, to Windows settings, to security settings, to account policy, down to password policy. Now we're going to bring this up. We're going to enforce the password policy. We'll set our password history. We'll define it. We'll set our password history at 12. Alright, we have completed to have it enforce the password history after 12 passwords remembered. Maximum password age 30 days, minimum password age 10 days, minimum password length is 10 characters. Here in the account lockout policy, we've got an account lockout duration of 90 minutes and account lockout threshold of 3 invalid logon attempts. So we have completed number 3. Right, here's domain1.local, and as you can see, there is no marketing organizational unit at this time, but we're going to add a marketing organizational unit through the command prompt and using dsadd. Alright, right here we've put in the dsadd. We're going to click enter, and it tells us that the dsadd succeeded and we have marketing now. Now we're going to add 2 users. Typed in the dsadd for Popeye. He's a user in marketing. domain 1, and we're going to click enter. And Popeye has been added to the marketing organizational unit. Alright, we've got the DS ad of olive oil to stay with Popeye in the marketing. And so she has a password of MS Press number 1, a SAM ID of olive O, and a UPN of olive at domain1.local. We're going to click enter. And it's succeeded. Olive has now been added with Popeye. So we'll close that up. We'll go into our Active Directory users and computers. We'll pull down domain1.local. We'll find our marketing OU, and we see Olive and Popeye are there. Alright, number 5. We have created a shared folder called Market Docs. And we're going to go into Group Policy Management, and we're going to take the Marketing OU, and we're going to create a GPO in this domain and link it to it. We're going to call it Redirection. We're going to click OK. Now we're going to edit. We're going to browse to User Configuration. We're going to click Policies. Go down to Windows Settings, and then click Folder Redirection. We're going to right-click Documents and select Properties. We're going to select Basic. We're going to browse to the root path on the computer to the Market Docs folder. We're going to click OK. Alright, we've created it as a UNC path. So we'll click OK. We'll click yes, and we have created the folder redirection. Alright, number 6. We've already created a group policy object here called No Explorer in the domain1.local. We're going to edit it now. We're going to drill down to User Configuration, Policies, Windows Settings, Security Settings, Software Restriction Policies. We're going to right-click the Software Restriction Policies and click New Software Restriction Policies. Click Additional Rules. We're going to click a new path rule. We're going to click Browse. Click OK. Where you see the security level is set to disallow, and we're going to click OK. We're going to close Group Policy Management. Alright, so now we're going to try to open up Internet Explorer on RWDC2. This program is blocked by Group Policy, so we're not going to be getting in there. Right, number 7 tells us the global catalog only replicates attributes that are selected in the schema. And it asks, is this SID history an attribute that is replicated in the global catalog? Right here is the schema. I put it in. Here are the attributes. Right here, let's see. Right here is the SID history. And it indexes this attribute, and it replicates this attribute to the global catalog, as you can see. So that's the answer to number 7. Alright, now we're at number 8. So we are going to export a copy of all the Active Directory objects into a comma delimited format. We're going to bring up a command prompt window. Alright, we're going to put in the CSVDE command and press enter. Here we see is our test CSV file. And here we see our CSV file. It has been exported in. Right, now we're at number 9, and it seems our boss has told us to add a UPN, a format username at companyname.com, and so we're going to do that. So we went out to Active Directory Domains and Trust. We've right-clicked on that. We've clicked Properties, and it's brought up our UPN suffixes. So we're going to add at wizardworld.com. We're going to click OK. And so now we have added a UPN suffix at widgetworld.com. Alright, we're doing number 10 now. This is DC Diag test, no of row holders, and we're getting the verbose. It goes down through here and shows all the different information that comes up from it. The tree does its initial required test there. Tests the server 2050 RWDC1. It tests the server here, and it begins to tell us here is the schema. Who owns the schema? Begins to tell us the domain owner, the PDC, the RID, the infrastructure update owner, and it shows us all of those right there. From 2050 RWDC1. So it goes through all those different tests and shows it to us. And here is when I just ran it without verbose. Alright, we're at number 11. We're going to use the run as command to start Active Directory users and computers console with administrator rights. We're logged in as user 1, and we're going to use this command to open it up with administrator rights. We're going to enter the password, and we've opened the Active Directory users and computers where Popeye and Olive are still there. Number 12, we're going to create a GPO and keep people from getting the command executable except for administrators. So we're going to create a GPO in this domain and link it here. We're going to call it no command. We're going to take no command. We're going to edit it. Alright. Inside of the user configuration, under policies, under administrative templates, under system, there is prevent access to the command prompt. We're going to click on that. We're going to enable it, and we're going to click OK. So now we have enabled that. Alright, I've just done the GP update. Misty is a member of the domain users and a member of the administrator's account. So I've added this group called administration. She's added into the administrator's account, so she has administrator privileges. So we're going to click OK. Now we're going back into our group policy where we're going to block inheritance to the administration group. Alright. I am logged in under the Misty account, which is a member of the administrator's account, and I'm going to open my command prompt, which I now have access to. So this is the way you can block regular users but still allow administrators to use the command prompt. Alright, we're going to create a new user. It's going to be called EFS Recovery. And so we have created the EFS Recovery agent. Now we are in our 2050 RWDC2. We're going to create an EFS certificate template. Here is basic EFS. We're going to click duplicate template. I'm going to check server 2008, click OK. It says publish certificate in Active Directory. Go to security tab. I'm going to click domain users. I'm going to allow them the right to enroll, to read. Go to subject name tab. Go into superseded templates tab. I'm going to click add. I'm going to click basic EFS and click OK. Okay, we're going to click a new certificate template to issue. We're going to click the one we created and click OK. Alright, we have come back to the certificate templates. I'm going to right click the EFS Key Recovery Agent template and duplicate template. We're going to use it for Server 2008 and click OK. We're going to publish the certificate in Active Directory. We're going to click the Security tab, Add our EFS Recovery and click OK. We're going to put a check mark next to Read, Enroll, and we're going to click OK. We're going to right click the certificate templates and click New Certificate Template to Issue. I'm going to click the Copy of EFS Recovery Agent and click. We're going to open up Internet Explorer. We're going to connect now. We're going to key in as the EFS Recovery Agent. We're going to request a certificate. We're going to submit an advanced certificate request. We're going to create and submit a request. Get a cryptographic provider, and we are going to submit. And we have received the certificate. We're going to install the certificate. Click Yes. And our new certificate has been successfully installed. Alright, I just want to show you right here is the certificate, the EFS Recovery Agent certificate. So this is as far as I've gotten on this one.